Okay, let me remind you what you did in Math 120. You did cosine of a double angle. And what would that give you? You know, cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta. And cosine of 2 theta would be 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. And then I'd write down cosine of 2 theta plus 1 would equal 2 cosine squared. Just put the 2 over here, and I got cosine squared theta. All right? So someone says, why would you do that? It reduces the degree, and that's a good thing if you can do that. So let me write that down for you then. So I'm going to write this as 8. And I got the cosine to the 4th power, so I'm going to write it as cosine squared y times cosine squared y dy. All right? And I'm going to use this identity to rewrite that. All right, let's see if I can do that. And I'll put that over here. So 8, and the cosine squared, I'm looking at this over here, is going to be the cosine of 2y plus 1 over 2, but I do see it twice. I'll put a square there. All right, so then the question goes, you know, what does that give you? Really not that bad. I'm going to simplify a tiny, tiny little bit before I move forward, though. And I notice that I square the bottom would be 4, and 4 goes into 8 2 times. So what do you get? You get 2. And then I'm gonna square this thing out, hoping I get something that looks pretty reasonable. And what do you get there? You would get cosine squared 2y plus, let's see, 2 cosine 2y plus 1 dy. All right? So I'm looking at that, and I think, you know, I took their hint. I think it's probably a good idea to take their hint. All right, I got the hint down. Now the question is, can you do that integration? And I'm kind of looking at it. I'm gonna try this thing again. Right, working on their hint. 2, and the cosine squared of 2y is, let's write this down, is going to be cosine, again, we're using this again. Works so nicely to get rid of that degree, right? Cosine of 4y plus 1 all over 2 plus, I'm jamming that in here. Let me just get the eraser out a little bit. Plus 2 cosine 2y plus 1 dy. Got everything in terms of linear factors now. All right, so I'm going to multiply it out, and what do you get? You're going to get cosine of 4y plus 1. I'm taking this 2, distributing across the terms, by the way, plus 4 cosine 2y plus 2 dy. We're almost there. I can do it now. I want to put the 1 and 2 together, though. And what's 1 and 2 worth? They're worth 3. So let me put that down. One step at a time. Well, that's going to be sine of 4y over 4 plus 4 sine of 2y over 2 plus 3y plus c. Let's put a box in that. I do want to do one simplification before I move forward, though. I'm going to simplify this thing here. And that would be a 2, and then we'll check the k. Let's look. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. And I'm seeing it. We're good to go. Thank you.